My name is Rick Lewis with Phenon Hoop Report. And on today's segment of Coach's Corner, I have Derix Bell of Carolina International Basketball. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it. Appreciate your support and everything that you're doing for all the coaches around. Appreciate you being here.
Looks like you just got a haircut, Coach.
Yeah, I just got one. Trying to be like Mike. I have to watch in the documentary, so I'm excited about that. Maybe if I be like Mike, we can do a whole lot better going forward for our basketball season.
Coach, you told me earlier that you graduated from Winston-Salem State University, which is a historic black college and university. What was your experience like there?
Oh, it was absolutely wonderful. Attending a historic black university like Winston-Salem State. Awesome experience of growing up and learning, developing, meeting same mindsets, thought processes, people same family values throughout the country, just coming together and learning adversity, quickly and growing through that together, ups and downs, highs and lows, and meeting people that you would know for a lifetime now, those 3:00 a.m. friends that you can call up and talk to. And it was a great bonding experience. Stephen A. Smith attended that school during my time frame there. It's just great. The motto, "Enter to learn, depart to serve," was great because they really embellished that. They really, made that a part of being a family atmosphere. So it was truly a great family atmosphere there. And I got my degree in education, and I wanted to be able to give back as well because the motto was "Enter to learn, depart to serve." So I truly enjoyed my experience there at Winston-Salem State. Great atmosphere.
Well, Coach, you're in the private sector today, and you've been volunteering coaching at the travel ball level, and now you're the coach at Carolina International School. But along the way, after you graduated from Winston-Salem State University, you went on to Gardner-Webb to get your master's degree in executive leadership. How has that helped you coach today at both the travel ball level and also your new position at Carolina International?
Well, I wanted to get my master's for threefold. One was, of course, in corporate America, to be able to move up in those channels and those directions. Also, it allowed me to be able to have a master's for administration for schools, just in case I want to become assistant principal and so forth. But also, at that time, I was considering, hey, if I got my master's, I can maybe move up to the collegiate level for that aspect as well. So I wanted to make sure I put myself in a situation for whichever way we go forward. With the master's and that development of executive leadership, what it's allowed me to do is, speak with administration on the school level, executives, things of that nature, and get their mindset. And most, what I've learned taken from that is that they are big picture. It's all about what's the big picture for the goal for the company and the corporation overall. And then once we have that big picture, let's peel back step by step to get the details, micro, details, so forth, to make sure we get everything aligned together to get to that big picture. But you have to pull back step by step and make sure you have the what if scenario situations to take place so you can plan accordingly. It allowed me to understand the administration side of schools, having the pros and cons, dealing with parents, dealing with kids, all social academics, athletic directors, dealing with budgets, things of that nature that, as a coach, you probably don't get a chance to deal with or see or understand. So I was extremely excited to do that, and it allowed me to, when I, go into the coaching aspect, to appreciate all the hard work that they do, because they do a lot of things behind the scenes that you're not aware of. You show up and coach the guys and things of that nature, but they do a lot to try to keep the budgets, try to keep the kids aligned, make sure they get an education. So it really gave me a better appreciation for all the hard work that they do, and I want to apply that each and every day to, here's the big picture. How can I, peel that back step by step to work with the kids to help them get to reach their goals and dreams that they're looking forward to?
You have a full-time job and you've been very successful in the banking industry, and you must have a tremendous love to coach. Talk about your spare time coaching and the love that you have for the game of basketball.
That's what I do. I've been fortunate and blessed to be around some great coaches. When I first got started, I'll be honest, Winston-Salem State engraved that "Enter to learn, depart to serve." And when I went into education, the mentorship that I always wanted to be a part of, giving back, because it wasn't a lot when I was growing up there, but I had the opportunity to do it. So I wanted to give that back. And I appreciate the values they were placing on me when I first got started in life. So I just love it. I've been fortunate since 20 plus years to be around kids and watch them develop, watch them grow, watch them ask questions. And, it's just great when you can see these kids grow from a young age to now and see their development and, been through some adverse situations and, they continue to move forward and grow. And it's just a bug. I can't, it's just a bug that I have. And I've been around some great guys that help me, feed that bug and feed that fever for coaching and the love of the game.
Coach, what are some of the biggest moments you've enjoyed as a coach?
Oh, man. Just getting started with travel ball. I was fortunate enough to be under, when I first got started before I got in high school, was with Norbert Reed with the Charlotte Nets. We had a group of young men and I was introduced. And once I got started, it was great. They played hard, they competed. They wasn't the biggest, but they had a big heart. We was fortunate enough to beat the Carolina Hornets back then, which had Chris Paul and some lot of other guys, and we beat them, 3 times in a row. So it was 3 peaks. So that was a great experience for me to have that, for them as well, and learning. And as I was learning to develop my skill sets as a coach and bring forth that energy as being a young coach. Then, of course, later on, we had a chance to beat Chris Paul again. When he was with the Kappa Magic, he had Philip Terry as well, some other big dudes. But we didn't have a superstar, but what we did have guys with a lot of heart. Woodward Johnson, they bought in, and mentally bought in, and we was able to win those. That was good for them. And I was excited for the young men to where, we've had a chance to play at the Phenom Hoops. Which, Rich, your stage is incredible, and I cannot stress the importance of, the value that you bring to the basketball arena. And I had a group of guys who, we were good, but we were grassroots. We wasn't, the circuit teams, but we could play. But you put on a stage where it allows to put us in front of those guys to where, one weekend, I think we got beat by Team United, but we was almost there, but mentally, we hadn't believed. And then one weekend, I think they got beat, but they came back Friday night. We came back, and then, we beat Team United, and, they got that monkey off their back, and they realized, and then we came back and we beat, the guys beat Team Loaded with Harold Cohn on that team. And good Lord, that boy was incredible, super fast. He was super fast, but, they beat them, and they beat some of the top-notch teams, and I was very happy for them because I saw the mental growth aspect, which I knew, they realized if they could continue to work hard, then, they can reach some of their goals, and not just in basketball, but in general, just in life. When things get a little adversity, you can keep moving forward and reaching your goals. And, I've been excited for them. And, in the last year, when I had the other guys, we were able to play on some different levels, get those guys scholarships. They were able to get scholarships from D1 to D2, D3, and so forth. And I'm just excited about the fact that the guys are able to reach some of their goals and dreams, and I'm playing just a little part in that. So I've just been blessed throughout the years to have so many experiences, but those are just a few that I've enjoyed. I can recall right off the top of my head.
Well, Coach, the one thing that I've always been impressed with you is the enthusiasm that you display in everything that you do. You have a great attitude and you have a great outlook on life. And when I see you coach, you're just not coaching basketball, but you're coaching the game of life.
Well, that's it. Basketball is that tool to what I understood when like I said, the guys that raised me and brought me up through the ranks, they stress the fact the tool, use basketball as a tool to help these young men. And being in education, I was able to fortune me a mentor, but, it allowed me to reach out with basketball to, hey, look, here's some serious things that are going to take place in life. It's just a small arena, but when you go through some adverse or you don't reach the line, there are consequences. If you got to push a little hard to get those goals, not, you won't. But what I want them to do is, hey, to apply those lessons that you learned in basketball. So therefore, when you do get older and you pass your time, and you come back and talk to Coach Bell, say, Coach Bell, I appreciate you running that extra, that egg. Run that extra here and there, doing them extra jump ropes, doing them extra pushes when I thought I couldn't do it. And they have a situation where, maybe they will, maybe they won't think about it, but, because it's been instilled in them, they can push through the adversity of life, because it will hit you hard, and hopefully they can deal with it and keep moving forward. And that's what I pray for each and every day.
Well, it's easy to see why you got involved in the game of basketball. Let me ask you this, Coach. What impact do you want to leave on the players that you coach?
Well, the impact that I want to try to leave for them is to work hard, to always grind. That's my motto, that, now we grind, but you grind at everything you do, and not just basketball, in academics, in life, in work, being appreciative of the things, because, some of you don't have parents, some of you do, but you have people in your lives that want to help and support you, but appreciate that, because, you don't want to burn any bridges, but you want to give your all at every single situation, just for trying to make sure that, hey, I'm doing the best I can do, and if not, I'm going to reach down deeper and do what I can. So hopefully I'm instilling the fact that they can make it, they can grind hard, and they can grow no matter what. And hopefully, that comes forth, with a little bit that I provide to them on the basketball court.
Coach, coaching has a lot of rewards, but let's dig in a little deeper. What's some of the problems you see in youth sports, especially basketball?
Well, I'm from a different era, so, I've had to learn to adjust. Some of the things in basketball, especially being on the travel arena, that I've seen it, even in high school now, some private schools I've seen, but it's just a respect for, the refs. Because those guys don't get paid a lot of money, and what you do and putting on the platforms, Rick, I don't know if it's just appreciated as much, because without these avenues that you present, it'd be kind of hard for some of these kids I know would even get a chance to be looked at, because you guys put them on a scale that's unbelievable. And, and I've seen parents to where, the kids got to go through a little adversity, and that's what I feel. It makes them stronger in life. If they can go through it now, I just know later on in life they can probably deal with some things that might come up when they become a husband, or when they have to work and they got to pay some bills and stuff of that nature. So I just think that right now, those are the situations that, we can clean those up. It'd be great if the parents, allow the coaches to coach. Don't pull your kid and take him here, take him there. Give them a little stability in life, and let them work through a little adversity, a little situation, to make them stronger, down the road for when they come grown men.
Well, Coach, you're coaching at the grassroots level, and in most situations, the higher tier players are probably playing on shoe circuit teams. So at the grassroots level, you're going to probably be having players that you might have a few Division I players, but in most cases, you're going to have Division II, Division III. You might have kids that will go to NAIA or a community college. You still help them the same. You love coaching. How do you help those kids understand the appropriate level they need to play at?
Well, what I've tried to do, and I've been blessed and fortunate to have the type of parents who gave the support, to where I've taken them to, practices, those different levels. And I've had guys who came back to speak with them when I was on the travel team, to let them know that who did make it at certain levels, hard work that you have to put in to get there, because at each level, regardless, you got to work, and you got to be strong in the classroom. Academics is most extremely important in your attitude across the board, but I try to take them to games, or take them to practices, or have guys come back who had some success at making it to the next level, and give back to them what it takes to make it, and then some of the guys, I even let them, travel team, hey, run the practice like they run your practice. So they can get a better feel to what it takes. You think you're really working hard, look how hard they're working. What are some of your goals and times and things of that nature? So I try to set up, the kids really want to get to the next level. My job is set up profiles for them get it out to the coaches as much as possible. Utilize platforms like yourself, Rick, to help them to get that exposure that they need to get that level. And you know, possibly maybe they get that chance because you never know. But academics, you know, is a big stressor, but I want to do all I can to help them get out there by definitely getting them to the practices and having the people come back and talk to them.
So, Coach, one thing I've always been impressed by watching you coach from the sideline is, like everybody else, you like to win, but winning is not the end all. And when you get together with your players and your parents at the beginning of the travel ball season, what is your mission statement to them?
To learn. Let's learn, let's grow, and let's learn, let's grow, because I think if we can learn, you know, the game, which is great, but let's learn about the levels of the attitude, how you carry yourself, how you represent yourself, you know, and the parents are bought into that, because I just want to be a third party to them when it comes to those situations, because I want to reinforce what the parents are doing. We talk about education, you know, the basketball can get you education, but you got to have a solid foundation. And I'm just using basketball as a tool, Rick. I just believe that if I can somewhat halfway possibly be a small part of them reaching their goals and dreams, whatever it might be, from being a doctor, attorney, president, a lawyer, teacher, whatever it might be, because we talked about at basketball season, had a chance to be in front of them to reinforce their parents about getting a solid education, wherever it might be, you know, having good character, because you never know who's watching, because I believe character is something, you know, that is how you conduct yourself when you don't think anybody's watching. So we learn and we grow from that. So let's learn and let's grow and develop ourselves as young men. And Alex, I've been fortunate to have parents throughout my process who have been able to provide reinforce the things that we look for, because like I told them before, you know, basketball is a tool, but we're going to learn other things as well, how the young men carry themselves as such.
Well, Coach, for the past decade, you've been coaching at the travel ball level, but in 2018, you had the opportunity to coach at the high school level, and you became the head coach at Carolina International School. It's a 1A school in the NCHSAA. For a lot of people, they don't, and they haven't heard of Carolina International School. Tell us a little bit about the school.
Oh, you just never say that. They never ever heard about school, because, you know, being on travel for 20 years, you know, I told them, hey, I'm a coach, and they looked at me, gave me that Scooby-Doo look, like, who? Like, what's Carolina National? You know, and I was fortunate that I learned about the school through academics. When my daughter started school, one of the schools we looked in the area was, we were looking for a school that had a small ratio, but also had great academics, and you know, that's one of the schools that we found out about, charter school. They started in 2004. They were in Harrisburg when they first started out, and you know, and then they just growing, developing, and then eventually started adding on high schools throughout the time they were in Harrisburg. And then in 2014, they moved over to Poplar Tent. From there, they've excelled with like 82-acre land and a building. And, you know, I'm excited for the opportunity to be in there. They stress high academics, which I love, small ratio classrooms, a lot of great energy, a lot of great young teachers there who really want to give back to the kids. So, you know, I know our administration and, you know, does a great job of really trying to, you know, really provide international atmosphere there at the school. We got two great ADs there, Jennifer Henry and Tashika Cannon, who just came aboard being ADs a couple years ago, but they're really trying to do a great job and trying to advance the athletic aspect of the school. And I'm fortunate to be a part of that team, and it's great. I mean, the lottery system, you know, is one of the things we're working around to continue to bring forth student athletes. We get great academics, but we want to, of course, enhance the athletic side. And I know the administration does all they can to help us get the students in to where we get a little bit more students. It allows us to get more athletic students as well, student athletes to help programs. So I'm excited about Carolina National, and hopefully we get to the point to where I'm not gonna say like Duke or Carolina, but maybe we get a chance to go big against the big boys like Cannon. Have it called Papa Tent Road, and then the backyard the backyard brawl with Cox Mill maybe. But that's down the road, of course. But I would love to have be in that realm because the great program, great coach they have there is tremendous, and maybe one day we'll get there. But it's all about the work, the starting the process little by little. But that's the big picture, and we'll peel back and see where we can go from there. So I'm excited.
Well, Coach, the first 2 seasons you've made the state playoffs, but more importantly, you have a pretty good freshman in Keeman Powers. What's your goals and expectations for the upcoming season?
Well, I want us to grow on that. We were very fortunate. My first year there, we had, all new guys, all seniors. Which was good, and everybody didn't know each other. We had a few transfers in, so we was fortunate enough to make the playoffs. Unfortunately, we got beat the first round, but we made it. So first time in school history. And then this year, all new guys again, because everybody graduated, and except for one. And then we made the playoffs, but we got better. This year coming up with Kaman Power. Extremely tough young man, great GPA. I think it's a 4.0 or higher. I know it's at least a 4.0. He has academically quiet leader, but a deadly assassin on the floor. He brings a lot to the table. He's played a lot of travel ball with Team United, and he's growing, developing, and he's a sponge. And that's huge because a lot of kids, at that level might not want to hear what somebody has to say, but he's a sponge. He absorbs all the good information, and he really goes. He goes hard, in practice, which is a key. But academically wise, that's even more impressive how hard he goes there. We got, and for this year finally, we got some returning players. So, we can at least, okay, hey, we got some few guys coming back. So I'm excited, hopefully we can, make a little noise in our conference and play some competitive teams in the non-conference and things, make available for us. But if, like I said, hopefully, we got a sophomore class that's coming in. And hopefully, knock on wood, we can get those guys in. I know with the high academics there, everybody tries to get into school. And, I know there's a couple of student athletes in that class. So if we're fortunate maybe get those 3 to 5 kids in, it would definitely help us out tremendously, not just for basketball, but overall for all athletic sports. So, hopefully we can grow and maybe not just get to the first round play, maybe go a little farther. And so it's all about the growth. But, I'm excited, and hopefully everything works out to where we get to play. So I'm excited about that situation.
Well, Coach, when I hear the name Derix Bell, I look at this young man that has a wonderful smile, has a great attitude. He's very passionate about the game, and I see the enthusiasm that you just display every time you're stepping out on the court to coach. You enjoy it. How do you want to be remembered as a coach?
Rick, I'm blessed. I am so blessed, and hopefully I'm remembering somebody, say it's not, my slogan is now we grind, to one, hey, he might not be able to play, the sport as hard as he would like to physically, but mentally, he's going to give it all he's got, and, hopefully that carries over into their lives. That, hey, Coach Bell gave us everything, and so we need to give back to ourselves academically, and as they get older and becoming husbands or fathers, whatever it might be, they want to give back to their families and, pay it forward. So, hopefully they do that. I'll be thrilled. And hey, if they ever text and reach out to me and give me a call later on down in life, great. I'm just honored and blessed to be in a situation to where I may play a small part in their growth and development, and hopefully they get something out of it, because I get it out every time I get a chance to see all these great kids, not just from my team, but all across the country with the platforms that you offer, Rick. And Rick, I'm gonna tell you, you have really helped out a lot of young men, and I know from my organization, I don't know about the other coach, but I can speak for mine, because I know the teams that we've had, they've been able to get looked at and get recruited, or at least get some phone calls just because they was at your platform, because your word, because of where you carry yourself, speaks volumes to all the college coaches. So I'm excited for that, Rick, and I appreciate all that you're doing. And like I said, I'm here to support you in every way possible, but hopefully I give back just a little to the kids and let them feel that energy of life and enjoyment throughout their time that they have here.
Well, Coach, you're what's great about coaching. You really are. And I'm lucky to call you my friend.
I appreciate it.
You've been a great friend over the years. You've been very supportive. And I want to say thank you on behalf of Phenom Hoop Report for coming on Coach's Corner today and telling your story. The story that you tell is one of passion, enthusiasm, and the love for the game. And the impact that you want to make on all these young men's lives it really shows in just the way you conduct and carry yourself on and off the court.
Well, I appreciate it, Rick. And like I said, kudos to you and your staff and everything you guys do. Trust me, you are truly a family. And because you guys are truly a family throughout that. Hopefully more people get a chance to see the family atmosphere that you guys provide and the platform and everything. And, and I'm excited. And I look forward to, hopefully down the road we get everything taken care of and I get to see you face to face and give you a big hug if that's allowed down the road.
Well, thank you for coming on today, Coach.
No problem. Thank you, Rick, man. You be blessed. Continue to bless others as well.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.